Before we go into the mechanism, note that all the sensory afferent impulses from the bladder travel via all three nerves, that is the pelvic nerve, the hypogastric, and the pudendal. Okay, the mechanism, basically bladder filling happens and there's activation of the stretch receptors. The afferent impulses are sent once the stretch receptors are activated via the spinal arc. So the spinal arc in itself is responsible for its sustained detrusor contractions and the internal urethral sphincter relaxation via the parasympathetic plexus. This results in incomplete evacuation. However, when the pons is involved, what happens is there is synchronization of the internal urethral sphincter relaxation and the sustained detrusor contraction. So when this synchrony happens, i.e. when the detrusor contracts and the internal urethral sphincter relax, then there is voiding and complete evacuation. However, the pons is inhibited by the cortical center until a suitable place is found, therefore allowing for voluntary voiding and social inhibition. Now coming to the types of bladder. Firstly, the cortical bladder. Here the lesion is in the paracentral lobule and therefore there is a loss of cortical inhibition. So voiding happens in socially unacceptable situations. However, the pons is functional and therefore there is no detrusor sphincter dysynergia, and therefore there is complete emptying of the bladder and no residual urine. Here the bladder is safe and since there is no residual urine, there is no risk of developing any urinary tract infections or recycled urethral reflux. So it's called a safe bladder. Now this is actually seen in newborns, in infants, patients with cerebral palsy, in frontal lobe of frontotemporal infarcts, multiple sclerosis, and in frontotemporal dementia. Coming to the second type of bladder, here it's called as spinal or the upper motor neuron or the hyperreflexic bladder. Basically, here the lesion is above or the level of the spinal cord, or transition above the level of the spinal cord or below the pons. It is seen in conditions such as trauma to the spinal cord or acute transverse myelitis. The lesion is usually above T10. Now remember that T10 to L2 is a sympathetic innervation of the bladder. S1 to S3 is the parasympathetic and S1 to S3 is the somatic. Now there are two stages in cases of a spinal or a UMN or a hyperreflexic bladder. The first stage is the spinal shock stage. This is same as a LMN or a areflexic bladder. There is no tone and it's also called as the atonic bladder. A large volume of urine builds up. There is overflow, incontinence and incomplete evacuation here. Because of the incomplete evacuation, there is high residual volume of urine, which predisposes to infections, and therefore it is known as an unsafe bladder. So a human bladder at the stage of spinal shock is atonic and is also known as the atonic bladder. Coming to the second stage, which is the post-spinal shock stage, here the bladder becomes hypertonic or an automatic bladder. Basically, the spinal arc regains function, but it is disconnected from the pons, so there is a detrusor sphincter dysynergia and incomplete evacuation. The bladder functions automatically within its spinal arc without control of the brainstem or the paracentral lobule. Hence, there is incomplete evacuation, high residual urine, and increased risk of UTIs and viscourethral reflux, which can cause renal damage, and therefore the bladder is called an unsafe bladder. Coming to the third type, which is a lesion in the lower motor neuron, also known as an areflexic bladder. This is also the same as a motor paralytic bladder, or when the lesion is in the efferent limb or in the anterior horn cell, at or below the anterior horn cell. It is seen in conditions such as Guillain-Barré syndrome or poliomyelitis. The mechanism here is the bladder sensation is intact, and however there is areflexia due to a lower motor neuron lesion. a large urine volume builds up, there is overflow incontinence and incomplete evacuation in high residual volume, leading to an unsafe bladder. Now, this is similar to the bladder seen in the spinal shock stage of human bladder or the ectonic bladder. However, here the bladder sensation is also absent. Coming to the fourth type of bladder, which is a pure sensory or a sensory denervation of the bladder. Here the afferent limb lesion is present, seen in diabetic neuropathy or tabes dorsalis. The mechanism here is there are no sensations felt, so there is overflow incontinence, leading to incomplete evacuations. Also, the cortical control is present, so the patient can strain and void voluntarily in a timetable fashion. However, it is still an incomplete evacuation due to lack of sensation, and therefore this is also an unsafe bladder. The fourth type is known as the autonomous bladder. Basically, here there is a combined motor and sensory nerve lesion, example in a caudoequinal lesion or in a spina bifida. The mechanism here is, since there are no afferent or efferent impulses, the bladder vesicle nerve plexus takes over, and so it becomes an autonomously functioning bladder. The stimulation of the bladder vesicle nerve plexus causes continuous spasms, which leads to continuous dribbling and incomplete evacuation, which causes it also to be an unsafe bladder.